Hey everybody, it's Kay. Hope you're having a blessed and wonderful day. So I wanted to go over my or share with you my 2019 reading goals. But before I get to that, I just want to sincerely apologize to all of you for lying to you. I have to confess this. I've been lying to you. Every time I have said, oh, I'm going to read the books from my own shelves, I've lied to you. So I'm going to stop just saying, oh, I need to read my own shelves in such and such year, whatever. I'm just going to read to my heart's content. And that is my goal for 2019, just to read, honey. So the first one was The Warmest December by Bernice McFadden. I still think about Hilo in this book. He was the protagonist's father. I hated him. And that's just a testament to how great the book was written, that I really have some type of feelings about this character, Hilo. But yes, The Warmest December, Bernice McFadden. Another one was Homegoing by Yaa Gyasi. I loved this book. I thought it was fantastic. Oh, and I did do a book review on The Warmest December, and I did a book review on this one as well. So you can check those out here on the channel. But I thought this book was fantastic. It was excellent, and it was a book club selection as well, and they really enjoyed it. Behold the Dreamers, another book club selection by Umbolo Umbwe. I had wanted to read this book for a long time, and I read it, and I was not disappointed. I love the story told in this book. It's a love story, but not in a romantic way. It is just a story about, you know, how are we gonna make it, baby? You know, anyway, I just liked the book. I really did. Oh, this is probably one of my top three. I didn't write out a top three, but this has to be Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. I am not, you know, one to just browse and go into a bookstore, browse the shelves for sci-fi, fantasy, young adult, that kind of thing, but when everybody was talking about this book, I said, let me check it out, see if it lives up to the hype, and in my opinion, it did. I love the story. I love the characters. I love the imagery. I loved everything about it, and I cannot wait for the sequel to this book to come out. Parable of the Sower by Octavia Butler. This book reminded me that I have no survival skills. I would have to have a crew like, you know, Rick Grimes' crew on The Walking Dead. I would need other people to help, you know, where I'm weak. I can't look at a berry and tell whether or not it's safe to eat. I've never operated a gun. I don't know how to survive camping out in the woods. So yeah, that book really made me think, if something happened, girl, what would you do? And at this point, honey, I don't know. I don't know what I would do. The next book was listen to me, Praise Song for the Butterflies by Bernice McFadden. And you see I have two copies. I forgot I had pre-ordered one on Amazon. That's this one, the paperback. And so I had ordered this one from a case, but I'm glad that I did, because this one is the autographed copy and it is hardcover. So if anybody ever asks if they can borrow that book, they could borrow the one from Amazon, but they ain't get my autographed copy, okay? Also, there are a couple of other books that I had either from the library or on my Kindle. Whiskey and Ribbons by Lisa Cross Smith. Absolutely loved it. I love that book. I thought it was so beautiful. I love the emotions that she took me through in that book. And yeah, I look forward to reading, you know, her other works in the future. Also, Dark Corner by Brandon Massey. That was the library book. That was the second book I'd read by Brandon Massey. And Dark Corner was a vampire novel. I don't normally read vampire novels like you, Musical Tati, so I can't compare it to others to say whether or not it was good or not. But I enjoyed the story, and after I read that one, I said, okay, now I need to read more by him. And I did get caught up in a Brandon Massey phase there for a minute this year, and I read several of his books, so that's why I included that one. Did I get them all? Let me see. Warmest December, Children of Blood and Bone, Praise Song for the Butterflies, Homegoing, Dark Corner, Whiskey and Ribbons, Behold the Dreamers, Parable of the Sower. So I had 2 honorable mentions, and I couldn't believe I didn't do a review on this one. It's Dread Nation by Justina Ireland. I really did like this book. Black female protagonist, civil rights era, Reconstruction era, I guess you would say. And then we have One House Over by Mary Monroe. Mary Monroe writes some of the most flawed characters I've ever seen. Her character, these people are crazy. I did have some problems with the book and the way it ended. I know that it's part of a series, but I needed some closure at the end of this book that I didn't feel I got. But I enjoyed it, and I look forward to reading the sequel to it. I just love the different families and characters that she introduces us to throughout the years. My favorite is still by far Mama Ruby. And my favorite book by her to this day is still The Upper Room. Besides God Don't Like Ugly, I love The Upper Room. I went to go see Hamilton, guys. Oh my God, I loved it. It was fantastic. Did y'all see the show? This was a show right here. I loved every minute of it. And after seeing Hamilton, it reminded me how much I love plays and theaters, musicals. And I'm going to try to get out of the house and do more of that in 2019. I loved it. I'm still listening to the music to this day. It was fantastic. So that's everything I wanted to say today. I think so. Yeah, I'm going to read as many books as I can, read whatever I can, read whenever I can. That is my goal for 2019. I don't care if it comes from my shelf or not. If it does, big whoop. So y'all have a great reading year for 2019. I hope your new year is blessed and prosperous. I pray safety and health and all the things that you want in 2019 to come to fruition. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.